By the way, with prisons,
I think we're better
I do
than that.
think we can do a lot of privatizations and private prisons. It seems to work a lot better.
Well, first of all, you mentioned the word debt, and nobody knows more about debt than I do, because I owed billions and billions of dollars. But I'm a professional. I mean, I know what I'm doing, and it worked out very well. I negotiated a couple of deals with banks and this and that. In the early 90s, when I was in trouble, I owed billions and billions of dollars. And in a certain way, I love debt.
You know, the funny thing is the United States has all the cards with China. They said to me, well, Mr. Trump, China has $1 trillion worth of our debt. I say, so what? I have banks that had, you know, like hundreds of millions of my debt. Didn't mean a thing to me. I didn't lose an hour's sleep. It was their problem, not my problem. But they said, but they have all this debt. I said, first of all, $1 trillion is so little in the overall scope of things. And if you wanted to tax Chinese products coming in, because as you know, they manipulate their currency, and you know, it's a bad thing. They do a lot of bad crap, and they get away with it.
We have a very low interest. We have tremendous debt, tremendous. And it's at low interest rates, fortunately. And I am the king of debt. I do love debt. I love debt. I love playing with it. People said, I want to go and buy debt and default on debt. And I mean, these people are crazy. This is the United States government. First of all, you never have to default because you print the money. I hate to tell you, okay? So there's never a default. I'm the king of debt. I understand debt better than probably anybody. I know how to deal with debt so very well. I love debt, but you know, debt is tricky and it's dangerous, and you have to be careful and you have to know what you're doing.
I'm the king of debt. I'm great with debt. Nobody knows debt better than me.
Do you think that Wall Street respects you?
Yeah, I think Wall Street has a lot of respect.
Call it what you like. They are certainly courting him.
Hey, fellas, these two guys head up Merrill Lynch. And by the way, speaking about your last question, they came to Florida to kiss my ass to get the work for Merrill Lynch. You have no idea the pressure that's put on me by everybody in the country. Literally, I'm getting calls from everybody. Would I use this firm? Would I use that firm? Everybody. Wall Street has a lot of respect for Trump.
Break up the big banks. Now, you do business with the biggest of big banks here in New York City and around the world. A lot of people on the left want to just break them up. What say you?
Well, I disagree, but I also think we have to get rid of Dodd-Frank. The banks aren't loaning money to people that need it. The banks will give me all the money I need because I don't need the money. Anybody that doesn't need money is a great candidate to get money.
The largest bank in the world from China, by far the largest bank. Citibank is like, I asked them, Citibank is like a small subsidiary, they told me, okay? The largest bank in the world is a tenant of mine in Trump Tower. I have buildings, I own the Bank of America building, big deal. I own the Bank of America building in San Francisco. I deal with China. I have a great relationship with China.
You see them as the enemy, don't you, China?
I see them as the enemy. Yeah.
See,
By the way, they know they're the enemy. They are the enemy. They say they're the enemy.
Yeah, but they're not an enemy in the sense that they don't want to kill you, right? They want to kill you in business.
They want to take over this country economically. I don't think they're friends. I think they're enemies. I deal with Chinese. I just sold an apartment to a Chinese person for $33 million a short while ago, a couple of months ago. I mean, I'm supposed to like the Chinese, but I understand the Chinese, and I deal with them all the time. Now, this is before they thought I might run for president. I mean, the Chinese are looking to put us under. And believe me, they are not our friends. I'm surprised at you because you're not somebody that's easily misled or misguided.
Well, here's what I think.
They are not our friends. But the fact is that the Chinese are looking to do damage to us economically. They're also building up a military. They're now starting their own aircraft manufacturing, which is going to be very bad for Boeing because, you know, they come in with this phony deal about $40 billion worth of airplanes, which is nothing by comparison to what they're cheating us out of. Now, I hate to use strong words, but that's what it is. I would tax them 25%. They would come to the table immediately. The other thing I'd do is I'd get our best business leaders. I wouldn't use the diplomats. I'd use the killers on Wall Street, of which I know every one of them.
Did you agree with the bailing out of the banks after Lehman Brothers collapsed?
Well, I'll tell you this. Look, I'm a very conservative person, and I'm a Republican, but I watched banks that were the strongest banks in the nation, and I'm friendly with many of the heads of those banks, and those people were scared. They thought it was over. And I'm talking about Goldman Sachs. I'm talking about the biggest banks. These people thought it was over. There was going to be a run on every institution. And so when you say, did they do the right thing? And I know it's not popular in some circles, I think you probably had to do it.
Well,